Yeah. Okay. Down to 1. Whew. We get there. Hi there, I'm the BigCraigO and you've joined me for the next in my deck tech series. Today we're going to be looking at a black-white Silverquill denial deck, and basically what it does is it strips your opponent's hand and has plenty of removal to stop them from being able to have creatures on the board, and has an interesting combination of a few cards that allows you to actually grab what they're throwing into their graveyard. So without further ado, let's go and check out the deck. Hey, so here we are having a look at the actual deck itself. I'm a bit of a fan of the color combination of black and white. I generally like tokens is my thing, and this deck has a slight token-esque element to it in the form of Kaya the Inexorable, however you pronounce that. So this allowing you to make 1/1 white spirit creature tokens, which are my favorite sort of token type. Alright, so let's go through. As you can see here in the 1-drop slot, we've got 3 sort of key elements. Some hand disruption in the form of duress. We've got 3 eye twitches, which I love the artwork on this, which is a 1 black, 1/1 flying eye bat, as you can see there, and when it dies you get to learn. Learn is the ability to be able to go and grab a card out from outside your deck. On Arena, that means from your sideboard, which we'll go through in a second. It also runs a full play set of 4 village rights. This allows you to sacrifice a creature and draw 2 cards, which is quite cool. Moving on to the 2-drop slot, we have some hand disruption in the form of Acquisitions Expert. 1 black, 1 other for a 1/2 human rogue creature. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals that a number of cards equal to from their hand equal to the number of cards. Read what it says, Craig. Number of cards from their hand equal to the number of creatures in your party. So we do have some other elements that can make it more than 1, but generally it's just 1. And then they discard that card. Elderfang Disciple, 1 black, 1 other for a 1/1 elf cleric. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent discards a card. Some Flunk, which is 1 black, 1 other. It's a removal spell. It's an instant that a creature gets -X/-X, where X is 7 minus the number of cards they have in their hand, which we're trying to reduce pretty quickly. Humiliate, 1 black, 1 white. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. Then you get to put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control. Excuse me. And then finally, a Vanishing Verse, 1 black, 1 white. Exile target mono-coloured permanent. Pretty good 2-drop slot. Onto the 3 drops, we have some recursion from our graveyard in the form of Call of the Death Dweller. Most people know about that card. Soul Shatter is another good card. 1 black, 2 other for an instant. Each opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker with the highest mana value among creatures or planeswalkers they control. So that's the 3 drops. 4-drop slot, we run 3 of the Rankle, Master of Pranks. And then we move on to the higher than that, which is 5. So we have Tegrid, God of Fright, 2 black, 3 other for a 4/5 creature, God. Has Menace, and whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-token permanent or discards a permanent card, you may put that card from their graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. So that's 1 way you can do it. The other way is obviously Tegrid's Lantern, which is 1 black, 3 other for a legendary artifact. You tap it, player loses 3 life unless they just sacrifice a non-land permanent or discard a card. Obviously, getting a couple of these out is just amazing when they work in unison. You can pay an additional 1 black and 3 other to untap the Lantern and do that multiple turns every turn. Multiple times every turn. And then, as I said before, K is there as well. So that's the Planeswalker. Land-wise, we have 7 plains, a single Castle Lochwain, 12 swamps, and 4 of the Shine Shadow Snarl. Got tongue-tied today for some reason. So it's you know, it's a pretty good deck all in all. From my point of view, it looks really positive, and I'm pretty excited to play some games with it. Having a look at the sideboard here to work in unison with some of the learn from iTwitch. Necrotic Flames, this is becoming more and more regular. I think every sort of sideboard learn sort of base deck has it. A single one of those, a single Inkling summoning, 2 pest summonings, introduction to Annihilation, Confront the Past. This is one that's probably not seen particularly a lot, so that's 1 black and X. Choose 1, return target Planeswalker card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Remove twice X loyalty counters from target Planeswalker and opponent controls. Pretty useful. And then you've got Mascot Exhibition, which is becoming a fairly common card for people to play as well. Alright, well that's the deck. As you can see, it's fairly strong. It's got some good creature interaction, some hand disruption, and some removals. So all in all, pretty chuffed to give it a try. Okay, let's go and check out the mana curve. Okay, mana curve. So you can see the average straight off, 2.4. Pretty low down, relatively speaking. This deck itself runs 14 creatures, 22 non-creatures, all those removal spells and hand disruption. As you saw when you're looking at the individual cards, the 2-drop slots where this sort of deck has the most, so you'll be probably playing multiple 2-drops every turn as the game progresses. It runs 24 land in total, so don't expect there to be any issues with finding land all in all. I know it's 2 colours, but 24 lands is fairly strong, especially when you're talking with a deck of an average of 2.4. It probably will lean more into the sometimes you're going to want to not draw land and draw actual fuel to do more in your turn. We'll see what happens. All right, cool. Let's go on to some games. Okay. So those of you that are familiar with the Deck Tech series, I always do my first game against Sparky. This gives me an opportunity to sort of get into how the deck works, but also just to talk through some of the thoughts I've got about the different cards, etc. So having a look at his hand, he's got some land. It's got a couple of removal type spells, or sorry, it's a couple of spells, 1 removal, 1 that it's card draw, and 2 creatures. So it's not a bad hand. It's probably what we're going to expect to see in most of the draws that we get. So let's keep it. Say hi to Sparky. Wish us some love. Now I'm going to play out the Snarl, revealing a basic land from my hand. So at this point I will have a look at their hand, sort of see what they've got access to. Yeah. So they reveal that 1 card. Okay. Alright, so they're definitely going very wide. No blocks. Drop down to 18. Play another. See if we can strip their hand a bit. Okay, get rid of another Shrine Keeper. How many Shrine Keepers is that? So that'll be all 4 of their Shrine Keepers gone. No, that's not correct. 1, 2, 3. Only 3. No attacks at this point. And excuse me. Alright, so they're being pretty aggressive here. From my point of view, I'm going to block. And then I'm going to draw some more land, because that's what you do. Right, so we take 2 out of that exchange, which is okay. Play that. I'm going to play a 1-1. Just so I've got something to block with. I'll block again. I know I'm sacrificing a lot of my discard, but I don't think that their hand is going to be particularly strong on that front. So, no attacks for now. Alright, so they've obviously got a pump spell here, but that's okay. Yeah. Alright. Alright, so from here on out, we've just got to protect this as much as possible. Get rid of their life gain there. I'll definitely be taking the action on that. Bash in. Drop them down to 20. Alright. I get another orator. This way. Orator. So you can see where this deck starts to really get its, you know, once it's got its feet underneath it, it really becomes quite scary. So we go down to 10, they go back up to 17. Excuse me. Set this back for now. Get him to attack. Land, duress. It's just the land down. Yes, I'll take your extra land, thank you. Attack in for 7. Draw a card. See what it is. Ooh. Yeah, so you can discard that. +1/+1 counter on my bat. Yes, I'll take that action. Thank you. You're basically just reaping all of this stuff, as you can see that last turn there. We've got lethal coming in there right now, so let's have a look at what we would have got if we drew again. Another land. Alright, so there you go. See, it's got some possibilities. Let's see how it goes against some human opponents, eh? Well, this opening hand looks alright. Couple of creatures. 3 creatures. And a card draw through sacking. It's okay. We don't have any removal, which is a little concerning, but it is what it is. We'll keep this. Wish our opponent a hello and some love. I'm going to play this out and reveal a swamp so that I can eye twitch this turn. My opponent sacrifices an evolving wilds. Okay. So let them pick out the piece they want to get rid of. I'm going to attack for 1, drop it to 19 and see how we go from here. Alright. Interesting. I don't know if I would have chose the ground pounder, but it is what it is. Acquisition, expert. Get rid of the land. Moving on to the attack step, attack for another 1. And we're slowly building our land up, so that's not a bad thing. Now if they try and remove actually cancel that. Resolve. That'll do their thing. Okay. Alright. Fair enough. Move to the attack step. Right, so they're going to exile our graveyard, which is not a big deal. Let's see what we draw, right? Nice. Do this. Go to the attack step. There we go. Yeah. Another land, wow. Definitely don't struggle with land at the moment. Attacking with the eye twitch. Zing them again. Okay. Tap it. Wow. Interesting. Okay. So they can gain 3 life using the golden egg, so be mindful of that. Yeah. So I take 4 again, go down to 12. Each player mills 3 cards, exile up to 2 target cards from graveyards. For each creature card exiled this way, you gain 1 life. Return target creature or land card from your graveyard to your hand. Oh, okay. Cool. Resolve. What do they get? Not a lot. Not a lot. Another eye twitch for us. Land. Ping him again. Yeah. What are they gonna do? Okay. So then they cast this, they bounce all of these. So what's going to happen here? Okay, so kill this to start off with. Ask this. Get rid of that. Excuse me. Okay. Drop them down a bit. Got 1 creature there, so they can get 1 life from me. Got 1 unknown card in here. Ah, right. Okay, and evolving wilds. That's interesting. Make another kitty cat. And play this. Let's do this to start off with. Okay. There we go. Okay, so they gained 1. Was it 1 or 2 there? I don't know. 1. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Down to 1. Ooh. We get there. Wow, that was a tight game. Alright, let's go to the next one. Well, this hand's not too bad. I mean, it's not... I'm still learning how the deck works, to be honest, but it's not terrible. From my point of view, it seems pretty good, so we'll keep this. With some lube. Play a white land straight out. Play this. And, let's start the shenanigans already. Get rid of one of their lands, yeah. Good old Carlos 24990. Play Humiliate. And I'm going to... Ooh. Wow, this is a very tasty hand. Get rid of this. I'm attacking 2. Play. Attacking, dropping down to 16. Alright, unfortunately we can't use that removal, but that's okay. So we'll do it this way. There and there. Yep. Ow. That was pretty brutal. Alright, first things first. Axe this. Next up. Same again. Okay. Kind of glad that they got rid of that. Oh, all right. Cancel this activate. It's a sorcery spell, sorcery spell. Damn it. Not what I wanted to happen. Okay. Just basically see if we can stabilize, because at the moment our life total's fairly low, and if they draw any major amounts of land, life gain, we're going to be in big trouble. Sacrifice a creature. Search your library for a creature card that shares a creature type with that sacrificed creature. Has a mana value equal to 1 plus that creature's mana value. Okay. Yeah, I'll be taking that action, thanks. Okay, go here, and do this. Hello. Here. Hell yeah, I'll be taking that action. Okay, so I'm guessing that this is going to die because of this. Got 3, 4. Okay. X is the number of snowlands. 0, so that's probably not ideal. Play this. I'm not sure what my opponent's got up their sleeve, but it's looking pretty dire at the moment for him. Like this. Go down at 4. Of course, I draw a land. It's always the way. Alright, let's see what they do. Let's gain a life. Yeah. Sure. I think we got him. Yeah. There we go. Very grindy deck, that's for sure. So let's see how we go on the next one. Well, we've got a removal heavy hand, that's for sure. So we've got 2 removal spells. We've got another spell that allows us to get them to exile, to take something out of their hand and put a +1/+1 counter on one of our creatures. And we've got a creature that's a 1/1 that gets them to discard a card as well. So let's keep it and see what happens. Wish them some love. Now I'm going to play the Snarls out, revealing the Swamp, because otherwise it's just going to slow us down too much. If I had another basic, I would have probably thrown one of these out. One of the basics out, but it's not worth the risk at this stage. Go again. And I'm going to play our creature out for now. Okay, so they discarded some removal. And they're playing a random card that I have no idea what it does. Okay, choose a card name. Right, okay. Yeah. Interesting. Exile target non-coloured permanent. Mono-coloured, sorry. Well, that's got no colour, that's mono, so... Should I do that or should I do this? It's obviously important to them, so let's get rid of that. And no attacks. Now, if they start to make this larger and larger and larger, I'm just going to give it a sacrifice first. But I'm holding on to this at the moment because I'm hoping that we'll draw into something that will give us some benefits from our opponent sacrificing. Additional benefits, I should say. Excuse me. Like that. Still going to rip their hand a bit. Yeah. Yeah, let's get rid of that. I'm going to attack for 2. Get through, yeah. Let's see what they do. Yeah. So they can do 5 this turn if they want to. Nice. I'm going to sacrifice so that I don't get all these benefits. Attacking for another 2, dropping down to 16. Yeah. Sure. Oh, it's kind of bad for us, but oh well. Those cat lands. Get him to sacrifice that. I'm going to attack the 2. Alright, so we are currently sitting at parity. At 9, 16, I just need to get a creature on board on the battlefield would be good. There we go. Hopefully they don't have any removal, but if they do, they do. Okay. Down to 4. Ooh. Play lands, play this. Let's see if we can keep our life total at 4. Alright. All of a sudden, hopefully it switches our way. Let's see what happens, eh? Oh. Okay, they play the pouncing shark. And that goes over there. And I will definitely take that action. Thank you. Okay. Get rid of that. We get there. Wow. Get knocked down to 4 life and still winning. That's pretty good. Alright. What an interesting deck. I must admit, I'm still trying to work out if I like it or don't like it. I think it performed really well. I think we played probably some interesting decks that we played against. We didn't play against, say, any of the sort of Sultai Ultimatum type or those sorts of decks, or a lot of mill decks or whatever. So it was interesting. From my point of view, I don't think this deck is by any stretch of the imagination not good. It seems to have removal when you need it, discard when you need it. It obviously punishes people for when you get set up, it punishes them and just makes it really hard for them to be able to even interact. So all in all, I'm going to give this deck a C+. I think that if you're interested in playing grindy sort of games, this is definitely a deck that you'll dig. I found myself sort of feeling like I just wanted to be able to get in and do the damage, and I had to be patient. So I guess it's probably a good exercise for people that need to learn a bit of patience as well. Look, all in all, if you're looking for something that's a little bit different and you're getting bored of playing the same type of decks of aggro or control or mill or whatever it is that you're focused on, this is a really good sort of option just to try something different outside of the norm. just got the normal announcements to go through now. So don't forget, guys, to friends of the channel, we've got Grey Viking Games. Check out in the link tree below, you'll see the link there. Click on that link, it'll take you through to Grey Viking Games, where you can buy your cosmetics and any codes you want to use on Arena. It doesn't cost you anything more to use that link. All it does is it means that everything that you purchase, we get a small kickback, which helps us to have giveaways for our channel here. So I appreciate if you can give support there. And our other friend is Spectrum Games. So they're based in Sydney, Australia. They're a small retailer of cards and accessories. If you go and check out their website, www.spectrumgaming.com.au, they're more than happy to help you out. If there's anything in particular you're after that you can't find there, let them know and they'll keep an eye out for you. Alright guys, I stream Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, 7 PM to 10 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time on Twitch. You can also see me on Facebook, and you can also see me on YouTube, obviously. If you're keen as a jelly bean, give us a comment down below. Click that bell icon so that you get to be notified when I'm putting up more content, which I do each and every weekday throughout the week at 10 AM Australian Eastern Standard Time. And you're more than welcome to come and say hi if I'm streaming, if you're keen. It'd be great to sort of see if you've had any luck with this particular deck or other decks that you like to play. So hope you have a great week, and I'll see you on the battlefield.